Hi, everyone. It is John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur here. Welcome. Great to have you here tonight. If you're coming for the first time, you're going to notice that right in that right hand corner, there's a QR code. Just use your phone, scan that QR code. That'll get you over to a lot of great stuff, including some videos and content to help you become a better version of yourself and help other people become better versions of themselves as well. Got to get a swig of water here. Nice cold water. And if you're coming back, welcome back, my friends, colleagues, and associates. So great to have you here. Thank you very much for supporting me all the time I've been here. It means a lot. You guys value my content. So great to have you here. And lots of new things are happening, including the new launch of the JCM Academy mini masterclass series that started just a few weeks ago. So we're rolling those out couple of months, and eventually we'll be doing them every week. But right now we're doing them every few weeks. So our first one was how to start a business. So that's really cool. And if you're wondering what that special topic is, every single week we start with a Saturday with our master topic, starting with the first episode, and we go to number 7, which is Friday. So you have a whole week of granular, great details and nuggets. So glad that you're able to see that. And, we just have lots of information. And I think what everybody likes is the fact that this information just improves the quality of their life. And if you're wondering what our master topic is for tonight, well, wonder no more. It is great questions to start conversations with, right? Pretty interesting, right? Think about it, right? So when we think about, let's say, talking to somebody for the very, very first time, okay? And so what I'm referring to is something very interesting. And that is the fact that when people go to have conversations, we have to do what Dale Carnegie said, who was a very wise man. Strive to become genuinely interested in the other person. But first thing you need to do first is learn how to produce and learn how to say their freaking name. A lot of people don't know how to pronounce that name, and it just kind of befuddles things. Thus, learn how to pronounce their name. If you don't know how to say their name, hey, that name sounds great. I don't want to botch it up. Would you help me out and just let me know how to say it? And they'll be very happy to do that for you. And the second thing is to become genuine interest in the other person. So when you ask a question, there are two types of questions that you potentially could ask. One is called a closed-ended question, okay? And one is called an open-ended question. Pretty simple. A closed-ended question would be, do you like the band? Word of me, yes or no. So they give you a yes or no answer. If they say no, the conversation is probably over. If they say yes, the conversation could be over. Do you like the breakfast? No. Yes. Or do you like your job? Yes. No. Do you like candy? Yes. No. There's no way the conversation could bridge anywhere. If I said to you, what do you think of the dinner? It's tasty. What part of it tasty? What part of it is so yummy? I think the noodles are great, and the meat is really tender, has a lot of flavor. So now, because I did that, I'm able to bridge a conversation. So let's try that in everyday life. So you're with a client, okay, and you want to find out whether they like your product or service. You don't say, gee, do you like our products? Yes or no, right? You don't do anything like that. It'll be a yes or no answer. It's closed and it's done. If you say to them, hey, Mark, really appreciate you being a client. Just wondering, what are your thoughts about the products and services that our company's been providing you? Well, I never really gave it a thought. And now that you've asked me, I'm happy to think about it. I believe that I'm pretty happy and satisfied with you because you always do a great job. You always, under promise and over deliver. And I think that's amazing. And you're always on time. All right. Now, what about in personal relationships? Well, you could say something like, and don't go for the one like, oh, do you like me? Don't go for that. Do you love me? Don't go for that. You can go for something like, could be something very simple. You don't want to ask a question like, are you having fun? Yes or no? No. You might want to ask them, well, gee, what would you like to do after dinner? That presumes that they want to do something after dinner. Now, if they say, oh, I really don't want to do anything. Oh, it's a shame you don't want to do anything. I know there's a great movie playing, and I was hoping you and I could watch it. Well, I'm really tired and I just want to go home. Okay. Did you maybe want to watch TV at home? And so you kind of suggest it's not rude, it's not pushy. And the person can come back and say, no, I'm really tired. I think I'm just going to call it a night. Oh, okay. Well, when you want to hang out again, let me know. Yeah, that'd be nice. Keep your questions open ended. When you keep a question open ended, you allow it to get more momentum. Let's talk about another one. Maybe you're a sales rep and you're trying to sell somebody a new home. And you say to them, do you like the house? Yes or no? That's a closed question, right? Say, maybe you see they're really, you know, looking at something, or their eyes are bulging when they see the spacious pool, or when they're able to, wrap themselves around being in that family game room. Or maybe you notice that you can hear the excitement of them talking about making their first pizza in their new kitchen. Or maybe it's just the natural body language when they look at their first master bedroom and the shower with the jacuzzi and the spa and everything. And you come to them and say, what are your thoughts about the master bedroom? We love it. Really? And you play kind of like dumb. That's fantastic. What do you love about it? Oh, just everything. I mean, the ceilings are vaulted perfectly. The color is perfect. We don't even have to paint it. The kitchen is so spacious. And we have two dogs, and there's such a big yard. The dogs love to go in the pool, and I see they just put a brand new pool in. They're just going to have so much fun with this pool. Well, that's fantastic. Yes, it is fantastic. And then the next question would be, where do you go from there? Well, you don't say anything. You keep quiet. Well, we'd like to make an offer. Because if you take the ball and get it to roll, they're not going to want to move a lot of times because it's not their decision. When you have open-ended questions, it allows the communicators to have a chance to move forward. Maybe there's a new person you're meeting. And excuse me here. You might go up to them and maybe they're at a dance or something, and maybe you say, well, what do you think of the band? Or um, which dessert did you try? Oh, I tried all of them. They just look so good. I can't think of only trying one. I know. I took little slivers of each one too. The chocolate cake, though, really resonated with me. Me too. I had a second piece of that. So now you have a way of bridging with each other. I think that's really cool. So an open communication versus a closed communication. How about if you're meeting with your boss? If you ask your boss things like, do you like me? Do you like my work? As opposed to, I'm putting a lot of time into it, and I just wanted to get your feedback of what you thought of the presentations I've been delivering to the company. They're going to tell you. Or maybe you're with them and you're looking for a promotion. And now they're going to say something to you like, right now our budget's kind of tight. And I really want to promote you. Promote me. That'd be wonderful. Yes, but I can't right now. I understand. When do you think you will be able to possibly promote me? Maybe in the spring. And it's like winter now. So, like 6 months. Oh, well, that sounds great. Um, what are your plans for the rest of this year that you would like me to have accomplished for you? And they'll share it with you. So, when you get going with open questions, the other person naturally wants to give you information. Let's give you another one. How about maybe you went to a play and somebody could say, well, did you like the play? Yes or no? Oh, it was terrible. Or what did you think of Robert Marley in Christmas Carol? Oh, he was amazing. I just got goosebumps watching him, and the different spirits coming. I know. And the scenes changing. When there's something, yes, the scenes changing really caught my eyes, and I was definitely not bored watching that play. See, I see how you had this dialogue. When you do this, you have the ability to do a give and a take. Now, a give and a take is very important because if you just take, the other person's not going to want to pay attention to you. They're going to be like, you know. Now, the other thing you can do is when you ask somebody a question and you're not sure how they're going to respond, like let's say that they say, well, I didn't like it. Well, that's too bad. Well, what did you like about tonight? Well, I love the way that they serve the appetizers, or I love the eye structure. So you can always spin it to something else, right? That's something you can do. Maybe you have somebody and they're complaining because the price is high on something. Well, what did you think of the company? Oh, Bob, they were terrible. I mean, the service was great, but the prices were too high. Well, how much too high do you think they were? I don't know, maybe like $25. $25. Were they good? Oh, they were fantastic. It's just I'm a little annoyed because the other company used to pay 50 and now I'm paying $75 plus tax. I'm not really getting any more. Well, let me ask you this. I'm sure they're dressing differently and probably more professionally. Well, that they definitely are. And how would you compare the attitude of the old company versus the new company? Well, the new company is really professional. They want to make sure everything works and they're very congenial. That sounds pretty good. What's it like when you try to reach out to them, either by phone or by email? Well, that's amazing. I mean, I had a problem with my new heating and air conditioning system just the other day, and I picked the phone to call them, and they literally were able to help me fix something over the phone. Well, did they charge you for it? No. Well, it sounds to me like the company you had before was less money, right? Now, let me ask you, when you had a problem with them, how are they with responding? Oh, John, they would take a week. Well, and what was their, I'll call bedside manner? Oh, it was terrible. They would just come, and if we were busy, they would just say either we're coming now or we can't come at all. Let me ask you, did they charge you when you called them on the phone? First of all, they wouldn't even help us on the phone. They were just so busy they would never want to help us. And if they did, well, you usually got a bill for like a half hour to an hour. Ouch. Your new company's not doing that. So I guess if maybe we were to add up all the times that you couldn't get through to them, I'm sure that was frustrating to you. And if we were to look at those times and look at how fast you got service, I bet you're going to probably find out that with the cost of them not billing you for those phone calls that I'm sure you had at least one or two, at least three, You didn't get billed. That had to be keeping you a lot less than the other company. It was. And to be honest, we didn't call the new company as much because they actually seemed to know what they were doing. So it sounds to me like you're not really upset with the company. You're upset with the money. But they're really giving you better service and they're standing behind their product. I guess you're right. I'm just from the old school, and I guess I just don't want to pay the extra $25. You know what? I think you probably should bite the bullet this time because I'm looking at the bills and I'm looking at the old ones you gave me, and they're almost 3 times higher than the new company. And the service you even said was terrible. I think you're right. They actually are a better company, but you know how stubborn I am. I know. That's why I've been your friend for so many years. I guess they really are saving me money. Yeah, they are. Why didn't I see it? I don't know. I guess because you were so focused on the dollar that you really didn't look at all the other benefits that they brought to the table. You see, this is what happens with a lot of companies, a lot of relationships and friends. They look at what's on the surface, but they don't bother to go beyond the stage. Just look what's on the surface. Now, looking what's on the surface might seem good because you're a factual person. However, there's other things that you need to take in consideration. So when you're having a conversation with somebody, keep the questioning open and don't make it like it's a inquisition or somebody on trial. You can make it something very light and casual. Hey, Mark, I was just curious. We're both listening to this music for a couple hours. What would you think if you had to go up there and play? I know it's been a few years since you played bass. To be honest with you, I think that bass player is just as good as me. Actually, to be honest, I think who's very better than me. Really? And you have that kind of conversation. You must really think they're good because you don't admit anybody's better than you. I know, but that guy really plays the bass well. So you see how an open conversation can keep things going, even with your doctor, okay? You might say something like, is this going to hurt? They say yes or no. You might say, gee, what is the type of discomfort that I'm going to experience? When you keep a question open, it allows them to facilitate more. So let's say you said, well, doctor, I'm having this removed on my skin. What kind of discomfort level should I experience? John, that's a great question. And it's actually going to be mild discomfort. Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, where would you put it? With 10 being very high, I bet you're probably going to be about a 1, maybe a 1.5. You're going to feel a tiny prick. And then after that prick, you're going to be like, that's it? That's it. Wow. Now, if I would have said to him, gee, is it going to hurt? Not really. Or yes. And you're not going to get that true information. This also is important in emergency situations. Instead of saying, is Glenda all right? I heard Glenda got in a situation at work. And I was just wondering, how's she doing? Oh, she just got home from the hospital, but she's doing better. And so now you're appearing genuine. You're appearing like you want to know something. Salespeople ask yes, no questions. That's generally what they do. And when you're a yes, no question and I say no, the conversation's over and you've moved on. When you have open-ended questions, you're able to show appreciation for them and you're able to naturally flow into becoming genuinely interested, as opposed to, well, what'd you think of the game? It's terrible, but I think they did better than they did yesterday, because that was even worse. If I said to them, well, did you like the game? No. When somebody gives you a yes or no answer, and it's an open-ended question, that's a good indication that they want to be polite with you, but they don't necessarily want to be your friend or be more involved than just information. I've had friends like this. I call them acquaintances. And I might say, how was your day? Oh, it was fine. I got to get going because I'm kind of late. Or it was all right. It's a little cold outside, so I got to run. Or they might even say, It was fine. I got to go. And they cut you off at the pass, not because they're being rude, but because they have no interest to talk to you, or they haven't been excited enough to want to hold a conversation with you. When somebody asks you a question, respond to it with an open-ended question, not a closed-ended answer, right? Because if you respond to a question with a question like, John, what do you think of the weather? And you can say something like, the weather's really nice today. It's really been quite chilly the last week. And I was just wondering, how's the weather been in your neck of the woods? So now you answer the question, and then we ask another open-ended question. And if you're respectful, this probably can go on and on and on and on and on. And this is one of the building blocks to keep a conversation going. Hey, everyone, you know who I am by now. I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It's been an amazing privilege, pleasure, and honor to be with you this evening. I want to share with you that one of my videos, as you know, I post many videos. BelieveMeAchieve.com is a great place to catch them. And also on my Instagram, which is John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur, you will see that I had a video out at 98,000.3. So amazing some of the content we're getting. I posted one just today about going shopping at Stop and Shop. I had close to 2,800 people on Instagram. And my average video on Facebook gets 200 to 400 views. And all I did was go shopping for some gelatin and some fresh strawberries. And I made a parfait today because today is National Strawberry Parfait Day. How'd I make that? Well, you can watch the video, but I took 2 packs of gelatin, strawberry. I put it into a bowl, put 2 cups of boiling hot water. Then I took 1 pack in a half a cup of cold water, mixed that together, stirred that all in, mixed it all up. And then I refrigerated that for about 20, 30 minutes, came back. And then what I did was I folded in the strawberries. When I was all done folding in the strawberries, you know what I did next? Good question. I actually took that, put that into a nice little mini parfait glass. And then what I did was I dolloped it with, well, before I did that, I added the strawberries, folded them in, and then I dolloped it into the, basically into the little parfait glass. And then I put a little whipped cream, and then I put the maraschino cherry on the top. It was delicious. I had that as my lunch. And so who says that you can't have sweets? You can. You just got to know what things cost. By the way, tomorrow, JMOR Shows, JMOR Tech Talk, JMOR Unboxing, JMOR Reviews is celebrating its 2nd birthday. If you're in New Jersey and you want some delicious cakes and sweets and maybe to be part of our live 2-hour show, just go to JMOR Events, EVENTS, .eventbrite.com. That's JMOR Events.eventbrite.com. Hello there, Daniel. It is great to be with you tonight. Thank you so much, of course, for all your great comments. I'm glad that you enjoyed my shopping at Stop and Shop. You're going to love what's coming up this week. Tomorrow, if you're wondering, because everyone says, John, what is tomorrow? Well, tomorrow's National Day. Tomorrow is June. Well, actually, we're on to tomorrow. It's actually June 26th already. June 26th. So actually, you're becoming not tomorrow. You're coming today because it is June 26th already. June 26th, National Day, ladies and gentlemen, is actually International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking. So I'm actually going to be at a store, and I'm going to be giving you some very important hard facts about why even over-the-counter drugs falling into the wrong hands could potentially take the life of someone. And on Monday, we have a real surprise for you. I'm not going to let out a bag, but it's National Ice Cream Cake Day. Lots of great information. I do have to run because we're into Sunday morning, but I hope you'll come to the party if you're in New Jersey. We're going to have a delicious cake, delicious cookies and sweets and treats, and even some favors to take home. So you can go to jmorevents.eventbrite.com, and I am going to see you guys tomorrow. Otherwise, it'll be later in the evening that I actually see you. I thank you so much for coming, and be sure to go below any one of my videos on YouTube and click on that PayPal link and make the choice to buy my team a cup of coffee, slice of watermelon, or an ice cream cone. We'll be so grateful. We'll invest those pennies and dollars into new hardware, new technology, new equipment, new software, new facilities, even new staff to give you the most jaw-dropping motivational content. Every day, I take a day and I make it really interesting and exciting. Please do follow my content if you want not only great recipes, but you just want to be entertained and really taught some very unique things that you might have never had the chance to even have the ability to be curious about. We'll see you later tonight, everyone. Take care. Bye bye now.